What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Girls Aloud. And we're returning to the 2005 album Chemistry. As always, big thank you to Flemish Giant and to those following along. And the next track in the playlist is Watch Me Go, which is a request, an entreaty, a directive, maybe a command. And I suppose I'm inclined to read the title in one of two attitudes, which is to say, in one regard, it could be about empowerment or enthusiasm, like watch me go, I'm going to do something special here, and a more sincere or genuine articulation of that sentiment. It could also be defiant or even a challenge, the idea of, you don't think I can do that? Well, watch me go. Watch me do this. You don't think I'm going to leave right now? You don't think I'm going to walk out the door? Well, watch me go, and, I will let the door slam behind me. It feels like it could be a bit more confrontational. I'm inclined to read it the first way, just on a hypothesis, meaning not so much adversarial, but the idea of just, I'm going to do something now. I feel inspired. I have the energy. I think I have the wherewithal. So watch me go toward my goal or toward this aim and accomplishment. So let's see what it is in practice. This is Girls Aloud. The song is Watch Me Go, and it's from their 2005 album Chemistry. Oh, I like that.
Baby, watch me go. I wanna give you combinations I can tell you, but you already know for sure. I wanna feel that funky fever, baby, I'm at the door. Got the keys, got the gasoline, pour it on, I'm ready to blow. I know what you're thinking, you've been
the line after I Know What You've Been Thinking, because I have a candidate for what I think that line is, but I will hold off until I get confirmation. Okay, I'll say it. Is she saying, "You're thinking about my butt"? Is that what she said? Because that's what it sounded like. Either way, I think the song does speak to a long and multi-event night of passion, and there's some lines that like make me less certain of exactly what's happening. At the very least, the idea that like, you know, 1:15 she's having fun, and then a little bit later it's like she's tied to his bed. Was that the line? And then, and in fact, maybe it's his bed. Maybe like, oh yeah, well, because yeah, that's what I just said, right? But the idea that like she's at the door, she's got the key, pour the gasoline on her, she's about to blow, you know, the like idea that the passion can barely be restrained, and then it's like, what is it, like a little bit past 3, she's in the shower for almost half an hour, but he's at the door, and then they're going for more, but then it's like, then he says his name is Ben or whatever. It's like, oh, so like, is this kind of like a, you know, they met on the dance floor, they met at a club, they met somewhere out in the world, and it was just a like, you know, on fire right away, let's go back to your place, you want to get out of here kind of thing. And then, by the way, you know, after they've already been in the sack multiple times in the same evening, oh, by the way, my name's Ben, that kind of joke that like, you know, they're in the midst of this passion and like, oh, I forgot to mention my name. So I think something like that is happening here, but I feel like there's maybe a detail or two I'm missing, because then there was like, you know, you're going to jump on the main track and I don't mind a little bit of pay, something like that. So then it's like, it's almost like this could be about music, you know, collaborating with someone, or, you know, getting like your track out there. But I think maybe even those lines are kind of expressions for this like interpersonal fire, and the idea of like, you know, let's get back on track here, and hey, you want to buy me some stuff, you want to take me out somewhere nice, or maybe even something more transactional than that. Maybe that's what's happening here. But either way, I think the bedroom and the shower and so on, I think this is the literal setting of this tune. And as I said, if I'm reading that one line right after I Know What You've Been Thinking About, then certainly that would push it in that direction. Nevertheless, a fun tune, definitely like a funk dance, like a synth funk type of track, which again, it's very dance floor, it's very funky, but it's got some electrical sounds too. I did like how, you know, the singing was, you know, fitting to the song, very melodic, and then in the latter third or so, there was that section where it became a bit more like syllabic, like, you know, not quite hip-hop, but a bit more like, I don't know, even R&B is not quite the right term, but like it sort of changed idiom in terms of the vocal delivery, and then it went back to the more like, you know, sing-songy type vocals, which then led to the fade out. So yeah, a fun tune, a danceable tune, a saucy like late night tune as far as I can tell. Let me know what you think. And again, chemistry, obviously one of the meanings of that term in the realm of human affairs is like getting on with someone else, and just like, oh, I like the way they talk, I like the way they look, I like the way they move, like, and they're feeling the same about me. We've got chemistry. It feels like this could be another usage or another articulation or manifestation of the title of the record. So let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Peace.